Good morning. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your patience waiting for a video. Here we are in my 12th floor apartment in San Diego. An unusually cloudy day. But the fact that it's a cloudy day means I can have my blinds and curtains open because the sun isn't beating in, turning my apartment into an oven. Thank you to my sponsors who helped supplement the funds I put in to go on this trip. I really appreciate you. I was going to go anyway, but you helped me still have money left after. So that was great. And I want to just tell you about the things that we did. Oh, but first I want to apologize for not sending more videos. But I felt like to stop working to take videos would defeat the purpose of why I was there. I was there to work. And then also, it's people's privacy. And I just felt, I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable with filming any of the people. So I didn't take videos every day. It did mean that you missed the flavor of it, like firsthand. But I encourage you to build a team and go serve at the LA Dream Center to experience the flavor firsthand. So we arrived Monday. We have orientation for all the teams. There were 3 teams there. The church I was with, Church on the Ridge, out of Snoqualmie, Washington. And then there was the Kansas City Dream Center, and then another group from, I think, Minnesota. And so a large group orientation where they tell you what is good and what is not good, and allowed and not allowed. And then they take you on a tour. That's where my video from the rooftop came from. And then you're free the rest of the evening. And we went to dinner. It's kind of a cafeteria setup. They serve 3 meals there to everyone who's a resident there, whether short-term missions or you're in one of their programs. They have, I think, 4 residential programs, and then you live there, and then you eat there. That was Monday. Tuesday morning, we were scheduled to do Skid Row in downtown LA, and that got canceled, and we did Adopt-A-Block. So when you do Adopt-A-Block, you go to a neighborhood. We went to Watts, a project in Watts, and I don't know if everyone knows what I mean when I say project. It's a place where very low income people are all housed in the same area, usually not well maintained, and usually full of graffiti and gang activity and that kind of thing. Coming from New York, projects meant a high-rise building, but here in Watts and in Compton, where we went a couple of days later, they're just single-family units. They're attached in rows, and so maybe there's, I don't know, let's say on a city block there's eight rows of attached single-family dwellings. Let's just say. I don't know exactly, but they're kind of built. It was kind of like a circle in the middle, and then, spokes of a wheel going out. And the circle in the middle had a community center, a baseball field, some bleachers, that kind of thing. So we went there Tuesday morning and went door to door to tell. The idea is build relationship with the Dream Center so people know about the Dream Center and possibly will take advantage of the programs they offer. but to put out into the community the idea that the Dream Center is there to help them. And part of that is if the opportunity arises to talk about Christ, that if the opportunity presents, but not the primary thing is not to evangelize. The primary goal is to inform people about the Dream Center and that the Dream Center can help make their lives better. And so as we go door to door, distributing water and a bag of chips if it's wanted, then we also say, and at 3 o'clock over there in the field is food distribution, and at 3:30 over there in the field is Kids Jam, which is an abbreviated church service for kids. And so it's to tell them about the Dream Center and tell the neighbors there's food and something for the kids, and it's all happening here, right here in your neighborhood, right? You don't have to go far. So that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday in the morning we participated in the program called Foster Care Intervention, though this particular case was about a woman who had escaped from domestic violence, and she had her own apartment and she has 2 kids, and we again start out loading a truck with the furniture we were going to build, all this IKEA furniture, plus a couch and boxes of like dishes and linens and whatever. And we went to this woman's new apartment, which was completely empty, and built IKEA furniture. We built 2 beds, 3 dressers, a desk, and a dinette table and 4 chairs. And built that and spoke with her, and she only spoke Spanish, so it was a little bit challenging to be able to have a conversation, but we managed. And then in the afternoon we did Kids Jam, which was a lot of fun. So at the same time, right before we got there, someone was there doing Adopt-A-Block, and then we on a different team, and then we came in, we did Kids Jam. There was another team doing food distribution, and Kids Jam is like games and a lesson, about God, Christ, what we are like as humans, and what we can be like. That was Wednesday. Thursday we did food distribution, both morning and afternoon. And then we had a team debrief with all 3 teams. But because our afternoon food distribution went over by about an hour and a half, we missed most of the debrief. Then we all went to a church service at Angelus Temple, which is the Dream Center Church. And it's about a 20-minute walk from the Dream Center. We did drive because there's a parking garage and all that. And it's very close to Echo Park, the churches, and went to a church service. Very lively church service. Very much like what I'm accustomed to in my Christian walk. So I was at home. And then Friday morning we went to Skid Row, which is downtown LA, and I learned Skid Row comprises 52 city blocks. That's a lot of homeless people all in one place. I was blown away. We just went around about like 8 or 10 blocks, handing out chips and water and talking with people and praying with people if they permitted it, and just listening to them, finding out their story. And it was a sobering experience. And then Friday afternoon, we did clothing outreach. Another very busy physical activity. It's like a store, right? It's a room. Well, it's 2 rooms. One room has women and children's clothing. The other room has men's clothing. And the organizer or the lead for the outreach, it's right on campus at the Dream Center. And people line up. I mean, the store opens at 12:30. Apparently, people line up as early as 11 o'clock to be first in the store. And so each person gets a certain number of items, and I worked the counter, so I had to count what did they have and put it in a bag and tell them thank you and come see us again next Friday, kind of thing. So yeah, it was busy, nonstop busy from 12:30 to 4:30, nonstop. But very gratifying. It's a real blessing. The Dream Center. The men cleaned out the men's room. The women's room still had a lot of women and children's clothing, but the men's room was virtually cleaned out. And so it's really amazing that the Dream Center gets enough donations constantly to be able to open this store every Friday so that people in poverty or homelessness can come and get some clean clothing. So it's pretty exciting. Again, very physical. I was very glad I went. I would go again with the team, but I feel like my time and energy and money is better spent to find organizations right here in San Diego where I can serve homeless, because there's certainly plenty of homeless right here in San Diego. And the work I do with the San Diego Rescue Mission, I just work one-on-one with one gal. And so doing the outreach I did with the Dream Center was to hold groups of people. And so I'm going to see what else is going on here in San Diego so I can give more of my free time to helping other people in my community. That's all for now. No other adventure is planned. I do have travel planned for the end of December to be with family for Christmas. I wish you all the best of Thanksgiving and Christmas, or what's it called? Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, however you celebrate holidays. And but for me, it's Merry Christmas. And if any other adventures are planned, I'll come back with more videos. Thank you so much again for your support and your encouragement. I appreciate you. Take care.